Guys, I got a comment here on my YouTube channel where we have a kabayan nurse who was asking if toxic ba ang nursing culture dito sa Ireland, and I decided to answer that in the form of a vlog or a video. So today we're going to discuss the cultural differences between the Filipino and Irish work culture, and this will be in the healthcare setting mainly because doon tayo nagtatrabaho. If you're new to the channel, guys, I've been working here dito po sa Ireland for 6 years now, and before that I worked in Saudi Arabia for 4 years and then back in the Philippines for 3 years. Huwag na natin patagalin pa, guys. Let's go on to my first point, which is in the Philippines. Ito, isa to sa mga culture shock na encounter ko in the workplace, and I included this point in my vlog, previous vlog called Cultural Differences of a Filipino Nurse in Ireland. So if you haven't watched that vlog, I'll put the link here and you can watch it later on. In the Philippines, there's a great deal of importance on hierarchy. Tinatawag natin lahat ng above sa atin. If we are a staff nurse, we call everybody who's yung higher level than us ma'am and sir. So, and that's very emphasized sa culture sa Philippines. We do that to pay respect to our seniors, to our managers. And if you call them by their first names, kunyari, chief nurse, no? You call your chief nurse by her first name or his first name. Parang it's on a personal level that it's not considered professional in the Filipino culture. You know, in general, it's not really encouraged to call them by their first names. Here in Ireland naman, kabaliktaran naman. So here in Ireland, we call our clinical nurse managers MAPA clinical manager 1, 2, or 3. 3 yung the highest in the department, and then after that would be the assistant director of nursing and director of nursing, and so on and so forth. We call them by their first names. One thing then I find really good dito sa workplace sa Ireland, kasi parang you can call your doctors by the first names. Some doctors will even correct you na parang, oh, doctor, let's say Dr. Andrew or Dr. Mike or Dr. Emma, can you write this order for me, blah blah blah. So most of them will say, just call me Emma or just call me Mike. Pantay-pantay lang tayo dito, pare-pares tayo nag-work. We are a team here, and that's one thing that I admire in the Irish work culture. And that's not to say, I'm not saying that there are no senior na nurses na parang, okay, senior mo ako, parang I think wherever you go, kasi nag-work na ako sa Philippines, nag-work na ako sa Saudi, very, very different countries. And I think everywhere you go, even in the Philippines, I encountered a lot of toxic na mga nurses. Wherever you go, you'll encounter these type of people, these type of nurses na nagpapahirap sa trabaho natin. Alam mo yun, parang we as nurses, even you're Filipino or not Filipino, I think we don't mind hard work as long as we are treated fairly by our colleagues, by our co-staff nurses, and by our managers. But when it comes to difficult people or difficult nurses na nagpapahirap sa job natin, sometimes those are the things that make us think to quit our job in a particular unit or in a particular hospital. Hindi mo rin maiwasan yan dito sa Ireland. May mga ganun very, very small percentage of people who are, gonna make your life a little bit, I don't know. Basta may mga ganun ding tao dito na hindi lahat na ma-encounter mo is 100% na friendly. But in general, like most of the people here will be friendly and will be polite to you if you are polite to them. So we're gonna go to the second point, which is here in Ireland, the Irish take a more relaxed and sociable approach to life. So you're a nurse who's working in the public sector, which is called Health Service Executive or yung HSE. Dito guys, yung H nila is H. So, masanay na lang kayo na parang after a while, you're gonna pronounce your H as H. With an experience of 10 plus years, you will have an annual leave entitlement of 27 days plus 10 bank holidays. Guys, yung bank holidays is yung national public holidays na talagang sarado, close yung mga businesses, financial institutions, yung mga bank close silang lahat. And syempre yung mga healthcare workers, we are working 24/7, holiday or not, we are working. So in total, guys, you'll have more or less approximately mga 37 leave entitlement, including your annual leave entitlement plus your bank holidays. Total annual leave for full-time staff is around 277.5 hours, which is equals to 23 12-hour days or 7.1 weeks. Guys, they make sure here na parang after a couple of months, you should take your annual leave entitlement, because they really put a big emphasis or parang an importance on the work-life balance. Let's say 6 months ka nag-work na you didn't take any holidays, parang ipupush ka nila na you should take holidays, you should take a break in between, like every 2 to 3 months you should have 1 to 2 weeks of holidays, because para sa kanila you should refresh yourself, you should kind of unwind to lessen the burning out, to lessen the exhaustion and the stress, because they know that working, not even in the hospital, just working in general, can be stressful and can take so much of your life and your time, and you need some time for yourself or for your family. So it's really important here to spend time with the family, and alam nila yung halaga or yung value na nagagawa ng spending time away from work. When it comes to the annual leave comparison in the Philippines, I think as far as I can remember, we only have like 15 days of annual leave entitlement back in the Philippines compared to what we have here in Ireland. There's a big difference. Hindi ko na-experience na I took 15 days straight off from work, maybe a couple of days here and there, and that you're gonna spread it out all throughout the year, 15 days. And even when I took annual leave in the Philippines, I never experienced going away for holidays, major holidays. First of all, if you are working in the Philippines, sa mga nag-work sa Philippines as a nurse back in 2008, 2009, 2010, alam ko makaka-relate kayo na the salary there is really very, very small, na parang minsan ang hirap mo pang mag-grocery kasi parang sa sweldo ka ng 15 days ng 3,000 pesos, and sweldo ka nun parang 8,000 pesos in a month. So, pag nag-grocery ka, ubos na yun for that period of time, and magbayad ka pa ng rent and everything. So, going on holidays in the Philippines, hindi ko talaga na-experience. I only experienced going to places like Boracay, Palawan when I was already working abroad. In comparison to working in Ireland, you have a lot of annual leave entitlement. You have a lot of days to pursue other things like traveling or some other recreational activities. Number 3 is something that I really miss in the Filipino work culture, because in the Philippines, and this is just my personal opinion, don't judge me. Here in Ireland, we're working in a different country. In the Philippines, also, we're working in our country. So we share the same culture with our colleagues in the Philippines. And here in Ireland, they have a different culture set. They have this set of values, set of, interests and all that. Hindi talaga magiging equal regarding this matter. But yun ang namimiss ko sa Philippines is your relationship of the people in the workplace. We have a lot of parang close friends dun sa workplace natin, and namimiss ko yung every time the shift finishes, nag-iintayan yung mga nurses, like para sabay-sabay tayong uuwi, sabay-sabay tayong mag-punch out. There's always a spontaneous parang plan na kakain tayo sa Gotohan or parang kain tayo sa McDo or Jollibee, parang mag-distress ba after work. But here in Ireland, yun yung parang namimiss ko, kasi parang even with my Filipino colleagues here in ICU na dati before, after shift, minsan parang hindi mo na sila makikita na after handover mo, everybody went home already. And parang hindi masyadong ganun yung culture dito. And with the Irish colleagues, it happens na lalabas kayo, there will be a night out and there will be get together every now and again. It's not really something that happens very often. Ayun, yun lang. Sa Philippines, na parang namimiss ko yung camaraderie at work. Even though na may mga kaaway din tayo sa Philippines, may mga nurses din tayo na parang hindi tayo masyadong nag-get on well together. But in general, in the Philippines, yung friendship that we develop at work is something that I really, really miss here. I'm not speaking in behalf of all the nurses here in Ireland. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to share what I have experienced so that you will compare din kung ano yung mga may experience nyo in the future or na-experience nyo na. Number 4, and this is my last point because medyo napapahaba na itong vlog natin. Nursing care in Ireland is 24/7. What I mean by this is that here in Ireland, medyo na culture shock din ako kasi parang I'm used to Filipino way in hospitals back in the Philippines. Whatever that was ordered in your shift by the team or by the physician, whoever ordered it for the patient care, you have to carry it out on your shift. You have to do it on your shift. Parang by hook or by crook, kailangan whatever you carried out dun sa doctor's order. Dito pala hindi kami nag-carry out ng mga, I don't know about what's happening now in the Philippines, where before, yun sa written documentation of physician's notes, i-carry out mo, parang i-underline mo yung doctor's order, and then you have to sign under that, and then yung date and yung time. So here we don't really do that. Yung carry out. Basta sinabi ng doctor, if that's written, yan, carry out mo na. My point is, in the Philippines, kapag if you're the one who carried it out, you have to do it sa shift mo. Otherwise, the other nurse will give out to you if it hasn't been done. Or for example, in the Philippines, if an IV cannula was accidentally taken out or infiltrated by the end of your shift during the rounds, you have to stay and insert that cannula until you can leave the hospital. So even if that's already beyond your shift, parang kailangan mo ma-insert yan before ka umuwi kasi busy na yung mga incoming nurses. I was really shocked in a good way because one time I was busy at work and in ICU. I have this very sick patient, and then I was trying to do all the things that I was told to do by the doctors, and it was ordered in the system. After the handover, I was telling the nurse that, I have to stay because I have to do XYZ. Parang sabi ng nurse, Emmanuel, nursing here is 24/7 care. The reason we have handover is that hindi mo pwedeng gawin lahat ng bagay na order sa'yo, na parang there will be situations that you cannot physically do everything that you're told to do because it's really impossible, because there will be days na parang di mo talaga kayang magagawa yung mga bagay na yun completely 100%. They won't ask you to stay until that cannula is reinserted, or hindi sila ganon. Parang they will ask you if it's already the end of your shift and you've already extended 5-10 minutes because of the handover and blah blah blah. They'll tell you go home because it's already the end of your shift. One thing that I really admire in the work culture here, once you finish your work and you did everything that you can, hindi naman pwede magtamad-tamaran ka na parang okay lang, nagagawin nila yan, na hindi sila magsisay ng they won't really mind. It has to be within a reasonable excuse. Once it's reasonable, people are very understanding when it comes to handing over tasks that you haven't done. And that's really not to say na dito sa Ireland, lahat ng nurses understanding, lahat ng nurses magsasmile sa'yo. You will encounter nurses who won't be happy if this wasn't done or yung mga ganon. Generally speaking, the culture here in Ireland is very understanding. Those are the things that I think are very different when it comes to the work cultures of the Philippines and in Ireland, or even in Saudi. In Saudi is also a different experience, but that's a topic for another video. I'm curious on what your experience is dito in working abroad and in comparison to working back home in the Philippines. So if you have a different experience, or if you have something to say, let me know in the comment section below and share what's your experience. And yeah, let's share all our experiences to learn from them and to spread information to others who are seeking for these types of videos or things. Before I end this video, I want to share to you a passage that I've read in the book that I'm reading now. It's called The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. So sabi niya rito, the path of least resistance is a terrible teacher. We can't afford to shy away from the things that intimidate us. In every obstacle or in every challenge that we face in life, there will be opportunities for us to grow, for us to learn, and for us to become a better version of ourselves. So with that, guys, I want to thank you for watching this video. And if you enjoy watching, you can click on the thumbs up button to give this a like. If you want more of these videos, you can subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and see you on the next one. Bye.